我觉得就是，嗯，打好自己风格，放轻松，然后就是实训好自己，做好自己该做的事情，然后就是尽可能的做好。
Sort of keeping a calm mind, doing what he needs to do, sort of, play his best at each workout.
Alright, let's talk about Yang Hansen, the rookie who's making the Blazers look smarter than anyone expected. A week ago, most fans couldn't pick him out of a lineup. Now, he's the headline.
That really helps your growth and development as a young player making shots.
Jab step, Hansen behind the back, spins on Eubanks to the rim, and he gets it to go!
In just 17 minutes against the Kings, Hansen dropped 16 points on 5 of 8 shooting, grabbed 4 rebounds, and swatted 3 blocks. And, get this, 14 of those 16 came in one nuclear third quarter. 2 straight threes, a mid-range floater, 4 perfect free throws. The Kings bench was whispering, wait, that guy shoots too?
Storage played in just 16 games last year for the Denver Nuggets. Hansen, open corner 3, buries it! Go Hansen!
Not garbage time points either, real confident buckets. And the thing is, it didn't even look like he was trying to prove anything. He looked calm, controlled, like the game had already slowed down for him. That's the thing about Hansen. He doesn't look like a rookie who's trying to survive. He looks like a pro who already understands where the ball should go. This isn't a project. Hansen averaged 16.6 points and 10.5 rebounds in China's professional league. A double-double at 19 years old. He shot nearly 60% from the field, led his team in all 5 major categories, and won CBA Defensive Player of the Year. That's not college stats, that's grown man basketball. Whether it's a pick-and-pop 3, a drop-step post move, a slick bounce pass through traffic, he plays with rhythm, not panic. Before we start, if you love basketball and you're one of the 90% who watch without subscribing, it's time to join the NBA Inside family. Click it and let's live this season together. The Blazers have had bigs who could rebound, they've had bigs who could screen, but they haven't had one who could orchestrate an offense like this kid might. It's the kind of thing that makes you stop and think. Did Portland just stumble into something special? Because, remember, this team isn't exactly loaded with shooters. Scoot Henderson and Shaden Sharp are all about attacking the rim. Grant's their only real veteran floor spacer. So, when you drop a 7-footer who can hit threes and pass like a guard, suddenly everything opens up. The floor looks wider, the pace looks smoother, the entire offense looks alive. And it's not just offense. Hansen blocked 3 shots in 17 minutes. But it's the way he did it. Perfect timing, vertical control, soft landings. He's not chasing blocks like a rookie desperate for attention. He's reading the play, waiting for the moment, and then erasing shots like he's editing bad takes out of a YouTube video. 3 blocks in 17 minutes projects to over 6 blocks per 36. But it's not the quantity, it's the quality. Perfect timing, soft landings, he's not chasing highlights, he's protecting the rim like a veteran. In one summer league game, he held 2 opposing bigs to 0 for 12 shooting. That's not luck, that's defensive IQ. You don't teach that kind of feel. Now, it's easy to get caught in the moment. It's one game. But this isn't coming out of nowhere. He's been showing flashes since Summer League. Patience, vision, skill. The kind of combination that usually takes years to develop. And that's why people are throwing around that nickname. Baby Jokic. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, but then you watch him hit a no-look dime from the elbow and you start wondering, wait, are we sure that's not actually Jokic in disguise with a fake passport? Like Jokic, Hansen manipulates defenses with angles. The no-look bounce pass, the skip pass that travels 40 feet on a rope, the high-low dime that arrives before the defense rotates. But unlike Jokic, Hansen's lighter on his feet. He's got a 30-inch vertical. Jokic has maybe 22 on a good day. That gives Portland switchability. He's not as strong, but he's more mobile. Think of it this way, Jokic is a tank with a supercomputer. Hansen's a Formula 1 car with GPS. In Vegas, he averaged nearly 5 assists per game from the center position. That's guard numbers. He shot 40% from 3 and blocked 3 shots a night. Yeah, he had 5 turnovers in one game, but those were aggressive mistakes, not lazy ones. The vision is real because there's something there. Not the power or the resume, but the mindset. He doesn't rush, he doesn't force, he he just plays the game at his own pace, the most dangerous kind of player. But let's get real, Portland isn't Denver, not yet. This team's still figuring out who they are. They've got young guys everywhere. Scoot, Sharp, Avdihak, Chris Murray, all trying to learn where to fit. The team's offense has been a jigsaw puzzle with missing corners. And here's where the bigger picture matters. Damian Lillard didn't just leave. He was traded to Milwaukee in 2023, then waived and stretched in the summer of 2025 after tearing his Achilles. He's actually back in Portland now on a 3-year, $42 million deal, rehabbing the injury and mentoring from the sidelines. He's on the roster even if he's not on the floor. The guard rotation changed too. Portland traded Anthony Simons to Boston for 2-time champion and 6-time All-Defensive guard Drew Holiday, who now starts alongside Scoot Henderson, giving this young core a veteran defensive anchor. Up front, the depth is real. Donovan Clingan starts at center, Robert Williams III backs him up, and Hansen slides in as the skilled, versatile reserve who brings a completely different offensive dimension. Yang Hansen might be the missing piece. Picture this. Scoot drives into the lane, a defense collapses, kicks it out to Hansen, a quick swing, wide open 3. Next possession, Hansen fakes the 3, drives, dishes to Sharp for a lob. Then the next trip, he runs a high DHO with Scoot, steps back behind the arc, and hits a clean jumper. That's not just a rookie highlight, that's system basketball. And here's the twist, the one that hits around the 4-minute mark in this story. The Blazers might not even realize how much he's about to change their entire rebuild timeline. Because once you have a big who can pass, shoot, and protect the rim, you don't need 5 creators on the floor anymore. You can surround them with finishers, you can simplify the system, you can build your entire offense through him. Think about what that means for Scoot. Instead of forcing tough shots, he can cut more, play freer. Think about what that means for Sharp. More clean looks, more cuts, more open 3s. And for Hansen, it means trust. The team's going to start running more plays through him. And once that happens, good luck stopping him from learning fast. He's got this unteachable calm. It's that same energy Luka had in year 1. That quiet confidence, like, yeah, I can play with these guys. He's not afraid of anyone. He's not trying to prove himself. He's already proving he belongs. And I know what you're thinking, okay, but can he do this against real competition? Sure, that's the question. It's one thing to torch a backup big in preseason. It's another to survive 35 minutes against Jokic, Embiid, or Bam. But here's what stands out, the way his game translates. Nothing he's doing relies on luck or chaos. It's built on skill, spacing, and IQ. That doesn't vanish when the games start counting. He plays within himself, which is rare for a rookie. Most young players try to prove they're worth the pick by taking bad shots or forcing plays. Hansen looks like he's already mastered the idea of less is more. That's what's gonna keep him on the floor. Coaches love that. You can trust that. And man, his passing vision. That's not an exaggeration. He's seeing things before they happen. His connection with Scoot already looks promising. You can tell those two are talking on the bench, figuring each other out. If they click, that's your next great duo. Now let's talk about the fan side. Portland's crowd loves effort. They love personality. They love hope. After losing Dame the first time, the city spent 2 years in limbo. And now with him back, rehabbing and guiding from the sidelines, there's finally a bridge between eras. Hansen might be the first player since Lillard who feels like the start of something fresh. Not the savior, but the symbol. And it's funny, all this hype, all this noise, and he's still just smiling, working, showing up early to shoot. He doesn't look like the kind of guy who's here for fame, he's here for basketball. By the end of this preseason, people won't be asking who's Yang Hansen. They'll be asking how did everyone miss on him? And let's be honest, Portland needs that kind of surprise. They've had rough drafts, rebuild rumors, constant trade noises. Fans were tired of hearing the word potential. They needed proof. Hansen's giving them that. Proof that something's clicking. So yeah, call him Baby Jokic if you want, but maybe, just maybe, the comparison undersells what's happening here. He's not a copy, he's the start of something new. And the real fun part, we've only seen a fraction of what he can do. Because imagine this, it's February, Scoot's cooking, Sharp's flying, and Hansen's anchoring the offense. Suddenly, the Blazers are fun again. The kind of team that doesn't just lose by 30 on TNT. The kind that steals games. You see glimpses of chemistry, the ball's popping. You hear the crowd again. And it's not about wins or losses, it's about identity. Portland's been searching for one since Lillard left the first time. And now, with him back on the roster and veterans like Drew Holiday steadying the ship, that identity is finally starting to form. Hansen might quietly be giving them one. Smart, unselfish basketball that actually fits their new generation. But here's where it gets even more interesting. This isn't supposed to happen this fast. Most international rookies struggle early. Language barriers, culture shock, physicality. Hansen, he looks like he's been studying film in his sleep. He's laughing on the bench, communicating through hand signals with Scoot, even cracking jokes with coaches. The adjustment curve already shorter than expected, and that speaks volumes about his basketball IQ. Because talent gets you noticed, but IQ keeps you around. Give him a year and we might be talking about Hansen the same way people started whispering about Sabonis in Indiana, that quiet star who turns a new team from chaos to competence. And sure, he's got flaws. He'll get beat on switches, he'll foul too much on some nights, but you take that when the ceiling looks this high. This kid's story is just beginning. He's the kind of player who changes the conversation in a city. From how long will the rebuild take to how far can this group go? And the answer might come faster than anyone expects. So what do you think? Overreaction, or are we watching the start of something real? Drop your take below, because if this kid keeps growing at this rate, Portland might be back on the map sooner than anyone thought. And if you blink, you'll miss it.